Welcome back to Springs Valley High School, where we are wrapping this one up on Facebook and on Full Range Sports on Twitter. Our final score, we'll go ahead and put the final on the screen for you, was Tecumseh 63 and Lanesville 60. Jack, you have the scoring. We'll go ahead and let you run that down.
Lanesville,
go ahead.
They only had 4 people score in this game. Lindsey Wernert, 5'9" sophomore, had 8 two-pointers and was 3 for 5 from the line for 19. Morgan Sonner had 4 points on 1 field goal, and she was 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Emma Campbell, 5'6" junior, had 6 points, both of those, or all of those, on 2-pointers, which means, or 3-pointers, which means she had 2 3-pointers for her total of 6. And Gracie Adams, who averages 21.3, had 26 points in this game, 20 of those on 2-pointers. So she had 10 2-pointers and 2 3-pointers for her 26 points. So she scored above her average. That was the scoring wrap-up. I might say that Lindsey Wernert averaged 11.5 a game and scored 19. So a lot more production out of their top 2 players. But this Tecumseh team, being behind double digits in the first quarter, sure did not give up. Lanesville will end up with a record of 22-3. Meanwhile, Tecumseh moves to 15-6 with its victory. Lily Sullivan had 5 points on a 3-pointer and a couple of free throws. Jenna Donahue had 13 points on 4 2-pointers and 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Morgan Wilson ended up with 8 points on 2 3-point field goals and 2 for 2 from the line, perfect from the line. Penelope Lemon, 5'7" sophomore, had 4 points on a 3-pointer and a free throw. And Cabry Oxley. Now, Mr. Fuller, she averages 19.4 points per game. She scored 14, so she was 5 below her average. That came on 6 2-pointers and a couple of free throws. But despite her being held below her average, Tecumseh was able to get contributions from other players to overcome that kind of underproduction from Cabry Oxley and take a 63-60 win and move on to tonight's championship game. The opponent in that game yet to be decided in the 1 o'clock game.
Well, we will wrap up after that game. We'll give you more information heading into that game this evening. But I think, Jack, when you look at this game, you look at the fact that the Lanesville Eagles ended up the first quarter on a 16-0 run. Tecumseh could have done one of two things. When you go in giving up 16 points unanswered to end a quarter, you can either roll with it and play dead, or you can rise from the ashes and live another day. Tecumseh decided, live another day, you play the game. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
absolutely
Tecumseh finished.
Adam Lubehusen's crew never gave up. And despite all of what you might think of being knockout punches in that first quarter and being so far down, they just kept at it. And I have to hand it to both these teams. Full court pressure almost the whole game. And look at the number of points they scored, 63-60. That's a lot of points, especially for a women's game. 63-60, full court press all the way. And guess what? No shot clock. So.
No. I'm going to tell you what. This was just the first game of this regional. If that's an indication of this regional, I'm buckled in.
Well,
it's going to be a bumpy ride.
I think you made a great point in the early comments in that it's quite possible the state championship is going to be one of these 4 teams now down to 3, but number 2 against number 5 here. And the next game, what are the numbers on those?
Number 1 and number 4.
Hey, 1, 2, 4, and 5, not too shabby. And so it's very likely that the state champion will come from this very regional. And boy, I'm sorry, I'm a Southern Indiana boy. This is great news, in my opinion, that the southern part of the state, and especially the southwestern part of the state, has teams this strong this year and could produce a state champion.
That could very well happen. Jack Hinkle, I will see you for our 1 o'clock affair.
Don't use the word affair, but yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. I think everyone knows what we mean there.
Oh, okay.
What's on the docket for 1 o'clock this afternoon?
Yeah, number 1 against number 4. Hey, I'm ready for that.
Well, he's Jack Hinkle. I'm Dustin Fuller. Keith Schroyer's our photog today here at Springs Valley. Have yourself a good Saturday afternoon, and we'll recap after the second game of our day.